What's up, traders? Hope you had a great trading day today. Thanks so much for tuning in once again. This is AJ on Day Trader Boom or Bust. So today was a much better day than yesterday, but it still had its share of disappointing trading by yours truly. I'm beginning to feel like these are more trading confessions rather than recaps. But look, I'm not complaining though, because despite deviating from my trading plan here and there, these recap videos and all of you watching are becoming like my accountability partners. I appreciate that because I feel it'll help me progress in a positive way in the long run. So I still overtraded today, not nearly to the extent of yesterday, but not all of the overtrading was undisciplined, as I'll explain when I get to my trades. So as we can see here, this was my watch list for today as I post on Twitter every morning at 9:15. My primary watch list was INTC and AMD on news. INTC reported earnings yesterday, and they had gapped down, whereas AMD had gapped up on the news. ACB was also on this list, and they had gapped down significantly on their daily, and I thought there might be a good move there. Secondary list was BB BlackBerry, Plug, Mara, and Fubu, all as continuation plays. You know, a point on the watch list. As of late, I think there's really, I feel as though there's been a lot of stocks, that qualify as potential stocks in play, which really has made it very nice for, or at least easy for someone to put together a watch list that's catered to their that they can find the watch list they can fine tune to suit their playbook, which is always nice. So that was my watch list for today. I ended up trading three different tickers. So let's take a look. First one was ACB. So let me just zoom in here on the 1 minute chart over here. Okay. And let me just, I think this 5 minute chart. Just want to get in the right area here. There we go. Okay. So, as I always do, my first trade was a bit of a 1 minute opening range breakout, although I was playing it off this 1 minute candle, but as you can see, it really wasn't a breakout. It was a little choppy. I definitely made sure that I took my time this morning because I really didn't want to get, I just didn't want to find myself on the back foot early as I did yesterday. So I waited, and you can see here on over here, as you can see over here, it dropped down quickly, at the open, and then shot back up, went above this level here, this S3 level. That would have been a bit of the breakout, but it definitely didn't continue, and it came all the way back down here. Now, I really should have noticed that this was on low volume, but what I did do is this line here is pre-market low, and when it broke below that, I know that it's within the range of this 1 minute candle, but I took the trade. I thought it might actually sell off. Not exactly the smartest when playing, an any opening range breakout, whether it's 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, because you want to take a trade outside of this range over here. But nonetheless, I took it. It did drop down. It didn't get far enough for me to partial. I probably would have partialed right here at the bottom of this. Take a little bit off the trade, take some profit here, and then hope that it went further down. But it didn't, and it came back, and stopped me out at break even. So that was the first trade, and then I decided to wait because I really did feel that this particular stock could move for the day, and this time I waited for it to break past this area here, which at the time was high of day, right over here, and so I waited. As you can see, this big green candle, it did shoot up. This was a little bit of a riskier play just because, as you can see, it was moving up into this 200 SMA on the 1 minute chart. But I was going to be quick to get out in case it failed off that. It didn't. It went up. I ended up getting a partial here, partial there. Now these were actually quite quick. This one here was a little bit more than 1 R, maybe 1.25, 1.5 R. This one was, sorry, this was a little bit more than 1 R. This was definitely around 1.5, 1.6 R. And then I saw it start to struggle up here, so I ended up getting a couple of quick partials here. I definitely, as I've said in the past, I really want to work on my holding game a little bit, or I'm partialing out a little bit better, but I didn't manage to get decent profit off this trade. It put me in the green for the day, and then unfortunately though, there was a sell-off after that, and I got stopped out on the remaining at break even. So that was so I was in the green there, and then what happened was, you can see this VPOC level here. Let me just clear this out of all these arrows. Over here, you can see that this VPOC level was pretty strong, this particular level here, which was the top of the 1 minute opening range. And I thought it might bounce off that, and I saw that it did. And I actually played this a little bit early because I thought it might, make its move up again above VWAP. I went long. Unfortunately, it came back on me. I got out pretty quick for, I think, a 0.5 R loss on that particular trade. And then when it came down here and I saw it bounce off pre-market low, I got in once again on the, at the break of this VPOC level, which was around 1040, 1040. So once it broke there, I got in. I managed to get a partial, just a little bit more than 1 R partial, but then it came right back down and then stopped me out at break even. So at this stage, I was like, well, it's entirely possible that this could just trade in this range. And as you can see over here, it did end up, kind of being range bound. But I was watching it. I continued to watch it for it to break out of this range. But I definitely, I looked elsewhere for other opportunities. So that was my early trades in ACB. We'll talk about this later trade a little bit later. After that, I took a look at XPEV. And so at this point, sorry. All right, so XPEV, as you can see here, XPEV had a nice move up, and I thought that, okay, as it got into this this level here, this VPOC level, I thought, okay, well, there might be a good reversal. And let me just erase that, and let's zoom in here. Oh, geez. Sorry about that. Okay, so as we zoom in here, you can see this upside down hammer on really, on some solid volume here. And I thought, you know what? It definitely looked weak to me. Unfortunately, as you can see, there's a big mistake here. I got in early. I really should have played this for the break of this hammer on the next 5-minute candle. I didn't, and because of that, oops, sorry. because of that, I ended up paying the price. So as you can see here, I ended up taking, these are 3 quick trades here that chopped me out, trying to catch a reversal. And at this point, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely started to feel like the emotions from yesterday were starting to come back. I did catch one here finally. I went short here, caught a partial, but then got stopped at a break even. And over here, honestly, so again, this is where I felt like I was starting, how I was feeling yesterday started to come back, because I really can't explain this particular trade because we're still in the range here. It's just one of those trades that never should have happened. Bottom line is, um this extra trading here, so this put me over my daily trading limit. I think I'd taken about 8 trades for the day. So it definitely wasn't good. And it put me slightly in the red. I think maybe about 0.5 or maybe 1 R into the red.